What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Hector, and this is where we talk about tech tips, news, and reviews. Just a little reminder, if you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, and smash that bell notification icon. That way you can get notified each time I release a video. Now, what we got for you today is that Apple announced that they were going to put a USB-C port on all Apple products, basically. I have a video here for you guys, and let's get right into it.
Quite a bright light you have here.
It's a little chilly. I know you guys were worried a little bit about being
Yeah,
a little chilly up
Jaws.
here.
Yeah.
I'd also like to welcome our Twitter audience who's watching now live. So, I've called you both here to talk about really a big problem. It's a global crisis at this point, and I'm gonna bring it up here. Let's see if I can get this here.
Uh-oh,
All right.
props.
Yeah. All right,
Obviously, they've got the
so-
lightning port on the right,
is-
and
it
then
is-
they've got
it's
the
quite a
USB-C on the left.
We're gonna start with you, Jaws. Actually, you know what?
Okay.
They gave me a pointer as well.
You're not going to hit me with that.
Oh yes, I know.
Depends on the answer.
It depends on the answer. So, what do you see when you look at this?
I see two really cool connectors. Yeah, kind of the two most popular connectors in the world, I think, right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Craig, I know you're a software guy, but what do you see?
I gotta really agree with John.
Yeah,
on
they're
this
they're
one.
both
Oh, yeah?
popular,
Great
but the
connectors.
world is
great
pushing for
connectors.
USB-C.
I see a little bit of a mess.
One of them has a much
Really?
better name, though, don't you think?
Lightning, yes, lightning. So, yes.
One name by marketing people, one name by engineers.
Hey,
I see a little bit of a mess, and so I'll tell you.
Really?
Right. So this charges the iPhone. I'm not sure you guys know that. This charges the iPhone. Now this charges the Mac and iPad and various other products around the world. And so that's creating a little bit of friction. In fact,
Actually,
the
it's
EU
going to
has
be
approved
charging all the
legislation
products of the
to
world.
create a common charger. In fact, they said in a press release yesterday, in 2024, a USB-C port will become mandatory for a whole range of electronic devices such as mobile phones, tablets, and headphones. I think that includes you guys. Is Apple moving to USB-C?
Look at their faces.
Well, maybe I can step back a little bit.
You may.
You probably heard me say for years that I don't mind governments telling us what they want to accomplish.
Yes,
But
he does. You
usually
know
we've
they
got some
do.
pretty
Nobody
smart
likes being told
engineers
what
to
to
figure
do.
out the best ways to accomplish them technically. And an example of that I love to give is for years and years, mobile phones had to satisfy a hearing aid compatibility spec, very prescriptively described by regulation that said here's what you have to do to be compatible with hearing aids. The problem is it didn't work, but all of us had to do it. And so we came up with a new way of doing hearing aids, made for iPhone hearing aids, actually made it an industry standard, that actually worked. So what we were accomplishing is what the government wanted, was to have hearing impaired people be able to use phones, but we did it in a way that worked better. And, we've been in an argument over this one for well over 10 years. And over 10 years ago, the push from the EU, look, they're well-meaning. I get the fact that they want to accomplish some good things, was to do micro USB and standardize as a micro USB. If we have standardized a micro USB, that chart doesn't exist, right? Neither of those happen. And so we have been in this little bit of a disagreement. But part of what, of course, they wanted to accomplish is why
Disagreement.
should
people
Apple
have all
never
these different
listens to
power
anybody.
adapters? So we got to what we think was a better place.
always
right,
do their
which is
own
power
thing.
adapters that had detachable
And I
cables.
can respect that.
All of them USB-A or USB-C, and largely moving to USB-C. But you choose the cable, that was appropriate for your device, whether that's one of ours or somebody else's. And what that allowed you to do is have over 1 billion people. It's not a small number of people that have that connector on the left, right, to be able to use what they have already and not have to be disrupted by that and cause a bunch of e-waste as well. I mean, because what are you going to do with these cables over time if they're no longer useful? And again, billions of them, right, because everybody has more than one cable. And so we preferred that path. Governments, get to do what they're going to do, and obviously we'll have to comply. We have no choice, as we do around the world, to comply to.
All right, so we're gonna stop it right there. But basically, they said that they're gonna have to comply with the government because Well, those are just the new rules. But the thing is they're gonna have to replace everything. So yeah, the in for the new iPhone 15, they're gonna either put the USB-C port on it, or they probably just get rid of it. I mean, knowing Apple, they'll probably just say, "Screw you guys. We're doing our own thing. We're moving to the MagSafe charging." You know, they could get rid of it altogether. But I don't think Apple should do that, because there's a big benefit to having USB Type C. And I'm going to show you guys right now. All right, so if you guys don't know, the USB-C was the answer to the USB 3. So basically what happened is with this cable you have to turn it a certain way in order to get it into the socket. And when you do this, blindly, you can take a while trying to get a USB 3 cable into a USB 3 port. So the answer was USB-C. So because the USB-C is completely rounded on all sides, if you can see right here. And this over here is the lightning cable. The lightning cable has a transfer speed of 480 meg. And that is comparable, like you see here, to the USB 2, not even the USB 3. And the USB-C has a transfer speed of 40 gigs. That is a lot. It's a big difference. That will make your transfer time go down by a lot, because it's just that much faster. I don't see why Apple hasn't gone to USB-C on the iPhone. And I'm hoping that they do go to the USB Type-C. But the thing is that this is only in Europe, and we'll see what Apple wants to do if they try to spread it to the rest of the world. We'll see. We don't know what Apple's very unpredictable, and we'll just have to see what happens. And that about wraps it up for this video. I also want to remind you that we're still doing the free giveaway of the Apple AirPod Pros 2. All you have to do to enter is comment down below #Hector Morfin. And also, if you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, and smash that bell notification icon. That way you can get notified each time I release a video. I'll see you guys next time.